I would like to present an example of emotional blackmail. April 15th, 2012, Watchtower. The article is Betrayal, an Ominous Sign of the Times. The part I'm going to discuss, the example of emotional blackmail, is page 12, paragraph 17. Consider just one example of the good that can come when a family loyally upholds Jehovah's decree not to associate with disfellowshipped relatives. A young man had been disfellowshipped for over 10 years, during which time his father, mother, and 4 brothers quit mixing in company with him. At times he tried to involve himself in their activities, but to their credit, each member of the family was steadfast in not having any contact with him. After he was reinstated, he said that he always missed the association with his family, especially at night when he was alone. But he admitted, had the family associated with him even a little, that small dose would have satisfied him. However, because he did not receive even the slightest communication from any of his family, the burning desire to be with them became one motivating factor in his restoring his relationship with Jehovah. Think of that if you are ever tempted to violate God's command not to associate with your disfellowshipped relatives. Emotional blackmail. The family is sacred. Family is sacred. Family is important. And in Watchtower, you love to talk about how there is no natural affection. You are part of the fulfillment of that. You want to say that 2 Timothy 3:1 through 5 is prophetic of our time? You are helping to fulfill that prophecy. You are training your followers to show no natural affection. You are presenting disgusting, inhuman behavior as the loving thing to do. This is emotional blackmail. He did not receive even the slightest communication from any of his family. The burning desire to be with them became one motivating factor in restoring his relationship with Jehovah. The burning desire to be with them became the motivating factor in bringing him back into the cult, to the organization, into the lie, not the truth. And then you say, think of that if you're ever tempted to violate God's command not to associate with disfellowshipped relatives. So the person who is feeling bad about their sins, they're going to think to themselves, oh my gosh, I'm just going to lose everything. I need to fess up and, need to make sure I walk the line. Or the people who are sitting there and who realize that your religion is a lie and it's bullshit, and if they're tempted to leave, here their fear of losing their family is being poked. You're flaming the fires of the fear to keep them in. How dare you? How dare you? Criminals. Absolute criminals. I think your teeth are showing. Your claws are showing. Yeah, your claws are showing. Your teeth are showing. You are wolves in sheep's clothing. You are the goats that are set off for everlasting cutting off. You have not taken care of the little ones. You will pay, Watchtower. And people, this is not natural, loving behavior. This is what this religion, the Watchtower, and every other cult or high control group does to people. It keeps them in line because of fear of losing their families. And then, you know what it is too? There's a network being formed around the world. There are networks being formed around the world. There are Jehovah's Witness recovery support groups. You will not be alone. You will lose your family, and that is the saddest thing ever. But we are working on getting support for each other and becoming a new family very soon. Look up JW Support Recovery. Jehovah'sWitness.com. Watchtower, your claws are showing. I think everybody's getting to you. Jehovah'sWitness.net, freeminds.org, silentlambs.org, jwfacts.com, jwstruggle.com, YouTube, social groups, they're getting to you. So, people who leave the organization, you will not be alone. You can get on the internet, you will find help and support. But for those who are stuck, you're just going to keep their fear of being treated like this, and to keep them in line and to keep them in the organization. How dare you? Karma is a bitch. People, wake up. Crisis of Conscience. Combating Cult Mind Control by Steve Hassan. Crisis of Conscience is by Raymond Franz. Releasing the Bonds by Steve Hassan. I'm Perfect, You're Doomed by Kyria Abrams. Out of the Cocoon by Brenda Lee. These are books that help you to realize what you really are part of. Emotional blackmail is part of the criteria of what is a high control group or a cult. Shunning is inhuman. Shunning is not godlike, Christ-like behavior. It is what false prophets, it is what wolves do.